Welcome back. The war rages on. We're currently at a deficit of 331 a month, and there's a good reason for that. We had to unlatch one of our main fleets in order to get them out there as soon as we can. If we can have a fleet logistician, that'd be great. No, we only have a trickster. This is the larger fleet of the bunch, though, so we will put this one on there. That should offset our economy slightly. But we are at minus 200, and Tijel have ended their rivalry with the Zerkov combined territories. Yeah, we should be able to hold this up for a couple of months. The one thing that I am worried about at the moment, however, is this little shindig over here. There's 106,000 fleet power shenanigans over here from the Volatarians, and these guys will need to jump out as soon as they can. I hope they can. Okay, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Okay, it looks like we'll be able to... Nope. Let's hope that we're not going to lose this entire fleet. It's 20,000 fleet power. It's a drop in the bucket, but it's still fleet power, right? If we do lose this, which is definitely possible at this moment, by the time this fleet is... There we go. So let's see if this fleet is about to jump in. Yes, they are. So we'll be able to jump this fleet right on top of the enemy and then send them home to reinforce our economy. Just putting them in orbit. The one thing last time, I kind of went overboard a little bit in the department of purging. You know, shit happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to reinforce this by using synths to actually rebuild some of this economy here. We're going to put them on the energy tiles only. It will rebuild our economy within reason. And then we've got all the other ones here as well. And in all honesty, it's not a big deal. We can manage this quite nicely, and especially with their 20% bonuses to... the 20% bonuses that we have for them to energy and mineral output, it should offset their energy requirements. They do cost 1 energy a month. It's not a big deal, but it's still something that we want to keep our eyes on. As soon as our fleet jumps in, I hope they do. Come on. All right, they managed to engage them. Let's see where this is. It's just the attack fleet here, or at least the jump squads. So it's not a serious problem. We will be able to take these guys out. And our economy, well, you know, we'll fix that shortly. But we'll need to chase down these enemies wherever they went. There they are. Okay, so there they are in here. We'll retreat this fleet if we can. All right, that's not going to happen, sadly, but we will be able to jump in right on top of these guys, wherever they're going. So these guys are going to Alar, which is where... never mind. We've managed to jump in right on top of him. Let's hope that we can grab them. Yes, we will. We have an advantage here in fleet power as well, and considering we're right on top of their collective asses, it's not going to be a problem. And losing that small fleet, 20,000 fleet power, is... completely and utterly negatable in terms of strength. We are going to go and, as soon as we manage to take out this fleet here, we are going to go and do some tweaking to our fleet designs, because I read a little article on the subreddit which basically described the optimal type of ship designs when it comes to, there we go, to battleships. All right, cool. So this fleet is now done. We're going to merge this fleet back in with the Scout Force, and they'll be going home in the meantime. In the meantime, though, we are at 36. We could potentially do our initial purging if you really want to. Only lost 8 Corvettes? Holy shit! Versus that fleet? That is nigh insanity. That is insanity. Insanity, I tell you. All right, cool. We do want to build some more synths on this world. We don't want to take out any of these guys into... We don't want to chain any of these guys up because that will cause serious problems. Why is Happy... Whoa! What is going on with you? He really did not like population purges. Why? Thrifty, communal, fanatic, individualist, xenophobic. Why do you not like the fact that we're purging? What is wrong with you, you alien-loving scum? Oh well, that's arguable. Let's put some more synthetic in here. They should give us proper bonuses, and then we'll continue the purge later on. Voltaria areas shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. It is completely dry, so we'll put some. Can we actually build anything in? Why can we purge this pop? We should not be able to purge this pop. What's moving in here? Nothing at the moment. But we can build some synthetics in here, so at least we got that. This one is also being populated. That is interesting. What is actually moving in here? Alien overlords. That looks like it is going to be a local species. Overall, though, I am not Tagel Confederacy and the Tagel Accord. There's a Tagel Accord. System survey. All right, yeah, they lost their battle versus the Felnul, so that's a thing, I guess. This is all being repopulated. Mutter's being repopulated. We'll put some synths in there just to get some more minerals. We currently cannot afford any, but whatever. But we have managed to take out their main fleet anyway, so we can bomb everything into oblivion at our discretion, and we will do the same thing with this area over here. If we manage to see anything that is not the kind of thing that we want, then we'll just jump in right on top of them. We still got this small strike force over here, and we'll jump in on these guys as well. Overall, though, fleet power, we're about 300 below on what we should be. So let's take a look at our ship designers, and let's retool our battleship design, specifically the Tachyon. So we're already on 333, which is 331 even, which is great. However, there is a more efficient way of doing this, which is this. And we have crystal forge plating, which is arguably the best in the game. In combination with the plasma cannons, should be far more cost-effective. All right, cool. And rebuilding our economy, you know, it is a thing. What do we got? Yeah, this is standard station. That's a single shitty cruiser. And we're basically left to our devices in terms of we can do whatever we want at the moment. Within the scope of the universe, because nobody can actually effectively attack us without pretty much crippling themselves. So yeah, it is not really a problem. I do want to try to at least build a couple more battleships if I can, and that will be the Tachyons. They're pretty strong. I'll do the same thing on Nutton as well. That's the Tachyons. Cradle, I don't want to build anything there. I do want to do it over here in the agrarian and in the industrial district. What's this? The Tagel Confederacy, the Confederation of Volataria. Ludicrous pair apes! Your attempts to hide your repulsive fluid secretions are mocked by all finer species, and your vanity is the hallmark of an inherently ugly breed. Damn, son. Damn, that's some pretty harsh talk for something that is going to get crushed relatively soon. Yeah, wow, really? You want to try to... Is that a single ship? You can't even track my stuff. All right, so our cruiser design, our rapiers need to be updated as well. They need to go to plasmas. Because we do want to try to avoid the rapier design. Oh, we already have plasma cannons on that, so it's not a problem. But yeah, they literally cannot track us. So they can do whatever the hell they want. Let's take a look. What kind of designs they have here. Giga cannons, large guns. They literally can't do anything against these tiny fleets, which is fine. Eternal Bastion. Did I purge this? Yes, indeedly do. I did indeed do some of that there purging here. Okay, this pop should grow soon. Hello there. Yes. That's the purge, and we will build a synthetic over here. Synthetics, you know, because we have the thing in place that allows us to. We got 3 laws in place, which means they will never ever rise up against us, which is great because they will never cause any problems, and synths don't need any food, and means they will never go hungry, which is great. Absolutely staggering, and the amount of bonuses we're going to get out of them sitting on some of these tiles is absolutely awesome. So whatever, it's not an issue. We can repopulate our empire like this, and then at least on the planets that we don't really want anything on. We're not going to run into any problems in terms of hold on here, in terms of any sort of thing that involves uprisings, because we've squashed the original one already, so it's not going to be a problem ever again. Anyway, we will put an alien a basic mine on this, and I think we're pretty much ready to try out the cleansing, shall we? What will be our first target? Alar, and let's set our demands. Let's cleanse these 2 worlds. There they go. Boop. And they're gone. And instantly, it's a desert world, which we can colonize from Holy Terra. Let's not do it from Holy Terra, actually. Let's do it from somewhere else, like Nadal. Oh, my lord. Look at all these amazing tiles they got here. That is glorious. You are going to go and get a new name. Hold on. I'm just looking for a good name right now. Yes, that'll do. Perfect. So we'll get that bad boy rolling, and then we've been purging effectively, basically. So, and this war is now over. That means that we can send everybody home. Merging back with the first scout fleet. That is being optimized as we speak. We managed to cleanse 2 worlds, and that is exactly what we wanted. So now we can focus on rebuilding our economy, because that's exactly what we want to do. You guys talking to me yet? No. All right, fair enough. Still not talking to me. Give me the silent treatment. I don't care. Let's take a look at our technology here, actually. Core planets. We get another one in 3 months. All systems, that is. That's great. That's good news. It means that we can actually keep this system on board without running into any problems. I did notice, however, this Alpine world. Let's colonize it from Harmony if we can. It's 45%. It's not the greatest, but we can increase that. Wow, look at the little modifiers here. That's a good one. All right, cool. Let's take a look at my list of stuff. Yes, that'll do. Caliban. In case you haven't noticed, there may have been a certain theme with my planets. Are you serious? Dragon's Hoard. Dragon's Tomb. Buried in the crust of the human Imperium are the partial, fossilized remains of what appears to be a close relative to the ether drake that once dwelled in the system. In the eons since this cousin's drake passing, its soft tissues have ossified and its bones indurated, becoming mineral-like structure. Are you serious? Dragon scales. Oh, man. Let's study it. 128 months. Screw it, boys. Let's do it. We're going to have dragons scaled on our ships. Score sectors. Border range. How long? 91 months. Capacity boosters. Leader recruitment costs. But they do live by another 50 years, so let's do it. Oh, man. This is going to go great. All right. Are you purged yet? Nope. All right. Let's take a look at some of these other worlds. How are you guys doing on food here? 29 food? Are you serious? Holy shit. Let's replace this with something a bit more practical then. We got a lot of energy, so let's put a power hub on here. So we should be able to get the power hub too, and then get a 20% bonus from all of our power generation on this planet. Interesting, you say? I would agree so. All right, 29. All right, let's move you over here, because clearly this is just Let's replace this with something a bit more useful, shall we? Mineral processing plant. How many mines do I got here? Not that many, so probably not worth my while. So let's go for the good old classic, the energy. All right, robots being built, or synths as we like to call them. You know, I'm not trying to, being particularly negative towards them. -9 at the moment, so whatever. That is just a mineral processing plant 2. I don't want to move them around. Good. We're back at 270. Excellent. Let's... Okay, we're upgrading this at the moment. What's this? What is meta? Meta human. Okay. I guess that's cool. Let's move you over here so we can get some bonuses. And pop details. Members of the Loyalists faction. All right. I'm down with that. Meta humans. Interesting. Meta what? Loyalist factions. Well, if they're Veletarians, we'll just purge them. Whatever. All right, cool. So 275 is pretty strong. Dragon scale armor is in the oven, which is exactly what we wanted to. And next up, the Circa combined territories may feel... Actually, the Bavarian Grand Duchy is actually looking pretty appetizing as well. But like I said, I wanna fix my economy first before I go and do something. The other issue is that the longer we wait with attacking the Tagel, the longer it's going to take for us, the more time they have to rebuild our stuff, which is not the greatest. What I do want is kinetic bonuses, because we are running a lot of kinetic technology here. There is Ptharian dust. There is some dark matter. I think we already have dark matter, I think. I can just check it up here. I don't have dark matter, actually. That is unfortunate. Whoa, I got 3 planets in the system? Crazy town. That is ridiculous. And that also means that I can get more of the wonders that is space stations. And, space stations means more stuff to throw at the enemy. Arctic world, size 10. We can probably turn that into something a bit more useful to us. So let's turn that into a continental world. And we'll do the same with any other worlds that are in our territory that are considered to be useless. I think that's the only one we really had. All the other ones have been colonized already. There's the colony, Armageddon. Let's build a station there immediately. Let's get a frontier clinic on the ground. Look at all the energy here. That is a lot of the energia, which is great. More energia and... Oh, cancel. Yes, and it doesn't appear that we can upgrade it yet. So the problem with that is that we can't build the power hub just yet. But we will build the basic science labs and everything else that we want in here. We'll build another power plant here due to the adjacency bonus. And then we'll use this tile to build a power hub later on. In the meantime, yeah, we should have more than enough resources to properly develop this world relatively quickly. All right, let's take a look here at this Alpine world that we just grabbed. Let's build a frontier clinic on it. More energy is good. I don't care about observation posts. We will most likely just come down onto those worlds and destroy them. But in the meantime, what's this? The Hanfleer Republic has vassalized the Tagel Accord. All right, I guess that's cool. And let's build a basic hydroponics plant on this one. What's this? Hanfleer Republic in migration with the Tagel Accord. I don't even know where the Tagel Accord is. Tagel Accord. Is it up here? No. There's some Hanfleer over here. The Tagel Accord. All I see is this Tagel Confederacy. Well, our economy's back up to 400. If I would take my fleet out, how... oh, good lord. Okay, well, that's only 27. That is completely and utterly doable. So yeah, we can work on that a little bit more. Yes, the upgrade here is amazing. Scientist has gained archaeologists. I don't really care about that. Oh, these ones, these are just mineral plants, so we'll just put synths on there for the additional bonuses. Again, they do cost 1 energy, but we do have a significant amount of resources to deal with that. Sir! Get wrecked, sir!
System survey complete.
All right, cool. Palatial district. Yeah. Well, they're pretty happy here for now. So, at least that's a thing. What's this? Minerals, actually, are overflowing. Food. Don't really need that. Okay, so let's build us some more ships. These guys really don't like the fact, human. Really? Why? Why do you not like the fact that I've been purging? You are xenophobic dudes who do not like the aliens. Well, whatever. Some more tachyons. That's a medium class. Don't need that. As soon as our economy is back to 500, we'll declare war on the United Batavarian Grand Duchy, purge the worlds, and connect up our territory. I think that will be a good next step. Volataria, obviously, we're going to crush soon enough because mankind reigns supreme, as it always has, and it as always will be, and it was always at war with Oceania. Always. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and each other.